Hi, it's Kat from BeCatlike.com and welcome to my first ever video training. Today it's all about what to do if it's raining at a wedding, and here are my 5 top tips. Number 1, always be prepared. This might mean you turn up at the venue for a venue visit and you go and have a look around in advance of the wedding, or it might simply be that you go a little bit earlier on the wedding day and have a walk around. But always have what I call Plan B. Even in the height of summer, especially here in the UK, there's still no guarantee that the weather is going to be kind. So always have a backup plan. It also means bringing a few bits and pieces with you as you arrive at the wedding. So for example, I bring some waterproof clothing for my bride and groom to pop over their shoulders if I am going to take them out in the drizzle. And I also have a couple of umbrellas in the car as well. Tip number 2, always ask your couple to be prepared. So often our brides are wearing strapless gowns or they have very flimsy top halves of their dresses. It's not going to keep them warm or dry if it is a little bit drizzly and rainy. So I always ask my couples to think about bringing something for the bride, particularly to pop around her shoulders. Also for them to bring Wellington boots. I ask them to do that no matter what season it is, because I tend to drag them off into fields and other obscure places on the wedding day anyway. So rather than ruin the Jimmy Choos, always bring wellies. And I also ask them to bring a couple of umbrellas with them, something pretty that they know they can pop up if it does decide to rain. Tip number 3, choose indoor locations. This, of course, is an obvious one on a wedding day. Find somewhere inside the venue that you can take the portraits. In this instance, I would always look for beautiful window light, typically north facing, but somewhere where I know the light is very gentle, very beautiful, and I can bring my bride and groom in and we can do the portraits there. I'll also use doorways, archways. This means, unfortunately, that you're going to get wet, but your bride and groom stay nice and dry. So in that instance, I might take them to a beautiful doorway, get them to stand just inside of it so that they stay warm and dry, and I'll go out into the rain and grab a few shots from there. Outdoor locations, tip number 4. Now, this requires you to be a little bit more creative and a little bit more careful, naturally, because you don't want your bride and groom getting absolutely drenched. So I would always be looking for some natural cover, under trees perhaps, or if the grounds have a beautiful temple or a beautiful sheltered area, perhaps even a greenhouse, that will be where I will take my couple. I'll always have scouted that first, and I will always have got agreement from my couple to take them out into the rain. I never drag them out in pouring rain, ever, because within seconds her dress is going to get soaked, her hair's going to get ruined, possibly her makeup too, and you won't be her best friend anymore. So you really need to make sure that you've got their advice and their approval, and that they're happy to go out into the rain with you. But looking for areas of cover is a really good tip, and also areas where there's some beautiful natural reflectors. So that might mean beautiful stone, gorgeous creamy white stone that you can use to bounce the light back and create lovely beautiful light and gorgeous images. I also take umbrellas, and I ask them to use those umbrellas. So I always have a white umbrella in my car which is big enough to cover both of them. Watch out for colours. If your bride and groom bring a coloured umbrella, just watch for what colour tone that reflects down onto the skin. For example, if the bride's got a beautiful green umbrella, it's not going to look so great on her skin as the light comes through that and hits her. So try and make sure it's white, beautiful and light, and that will help as well give a lovely diffused light and softness to the images. Finally, tip number 5, my final tip, is to make the rain romantic. There is no reason that rain has to wash out the day and wash out your photography and the portraits. I use it as a perfect way to get my bride and groom to interact. They become together much more closely, they're more intimate, they're more likely to cuddle. It's also a chance to get a little bit of that sort of gallant groom approach. So I might ask my groom to take his jacket off and pop it around his bride's shoulders. I might ask him to hold the umbrella over her so that she comes in and snuggles in. Actually, it can be an amazing opportunity to create some really beautiful romantic images. So don't let the rain wash out the wedding day. I hope these 5 tips will help you, and I'll see you again soon for some more top tips. Have a lovely day.